On today's video, it's another installment of Reserve List Market Watch Update. Let's see how those cards are doing. It's coming up next. Hey everyone, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. To all my regular viewers, welcome back. How's your day going? For everyone else out there, I don't know how you found me. I don't know why you're here. I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourselves. So today's a Market Watch Reserve List update video. We're taking a look at some Reserve List cards and see how they're doing. We got Sedge Troll coming in here, $9 Canadian, $6.50 in the US, and €7.50. Did I say it right this time? With sales being strong, which means it has multiple sales across multiple platforms that I checked and cross-checked, which means eBay, friends, family, discount people, and different other local stores all across Canada. In the US, a couple in Australia, and 2 in the UK. So when we take a look at that, you can see it's doing pretty good. But I want to show you something. I'm going to put it back up. I'm going to put a bottom part. The bottom part here is what I've taken now, just a cut and paste, taken from MTG stock, so you can cross compare to see what I can find the actual sale prices for, with usually shipping involved, and what they're listing their market prices and variations for. I thought I'd add this in as a nice little change of pace. Please let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this area. Now, our next section there, I want to show you guys, is gonna be Copy Artifact. Now, the average price, $61, 57 in the US, I mean 61 Canadian, 57 in the US, and 62 euro. Now, the funny thing here, it has very strong sales right now. Multiple versions from heavy plate to moderate plate, some collector edition ones, all selling on eBay platform. Locally, they sold a few here in Toronto, and a couple in the US from the people I checked with. So I was surprised to see this one has such high movement, considering the price is still falling, but it could be people just solidifying a stronger position in this particular card since it's gone up so much in value. You got to keep that stuff in mind. When you see them dipping in price and people are still buying it, it's usually a few people really who've got power and got some extra money bag pockets, and they're grabbing those cards and solidifying it. I know I've done the same thing with numerous cards over the years. Now, when we take a look at number 3 here, we're going to take a look at Veteran Bodyguard. Now, this one I want to pay close attention to, guys, okay, please. Now, $9 in Canada, $2 in the US, €2.50 in there, you can see. But look at that bottom part. 0 sales. No tracking sales in the last 12 days. I got nothing. Okay, so that's why I'm showing you guys this. This appears to be a slowdown in the low-end reserve list cards, okay? I checked on Thrall Champion and a few others. It looks like things are slowing down. So there might be a price dip coming as people who want cash are trying to consolidate and get some money out. They may be willing to let things drop. Pay close attention if you're a person trying to get stronger positions in these cards. But also be warned, remember, these are not strong reserve list cards. They're not. Know where you're putting your money and accept the risks of buying stuff like this, okay? Just know, like, I love to pick up the reserve list cards like this. I don't mind sitting on them forever. You got to be willing to accept that risk. If this is a flip for you, it may not be the time. Now, when we take a look at the next card, I want to show you is Willow Satyr. Satyr sounds right. Satyr sounds right. Now, when we take a look at the Willow here, again, 0 sales. Look at that. $240 in Canada, 220 in the US, 219 euro. Guys, you can see the cross comparison is not too far off from what they found versus my actual listings that I found as sold, bought, and available. But when you see this here, 0 sales, that should be a concern when you see some cards and legends that have been seeing play not get sold at all. Either you're not meeting the price of the people who are selling it, or there's nobody willing to bite at that price level. They have not met where they should. It may take some price correction or somebody willing to step up. But if nobody's doing it in the last 10 to 14 days, don't expect any changes now. Pay close attention to the market. That's why you guys watch this channel. See what's going on sometimes, guys. It's more than just reporting. You got to know what's happening. A little scary. I don't like seeing 0 sales across. Now, number 4, this one here, Natural Selection. Again, this one had steady sales, which I found interesting. This is not usually one of the high-end cards. I love this card for its artwork, but it's usually not a big guy going. Now, the reason it has steady is a whole bunch of collector edition copies sold. So when you see 275 in Canada, 250 in the US, 220 euro, you can see again there's a bit of a discrepancy, but not too bad, except for the euro version. And the sales being steady, a lot of it was collector edition, okay? people buying the lower end collector edition copies. Again, looks like consolidation because it's the same two guys who are, or people, sorry, two people who bought multiple copies on eBay. Keep an eye out. I'll let you know if I see anything different happening, but that's what's happening. It is selling, but collector edition in particular. Somebody's getting a hungry hippo thing and wants to gobble up. All right, next card. This really blew my mind a bit, and this is good. See, I actually put steady sales. Here we're talking about Library of Alexandria. This is where there's like a massive discrepancy. You can see like the near mint copy versus the sold copies versus the euro, okay? You see how I'm close to all these same things as them, except for that like $7,000 you see there. You can find the Library of Alexandria right now on eBay for less than $2,400, okay? You can find it in the US for $2,100, I think, on TCG Player, and 1,900 euro you're gonna find out there on Card Market, okay? Some of these sold listings though are surprising. It is selling quite well, particularly slab copies, but even regular moderate to heavy played copies are selling. That's why the sales are steady. I was surprised to see how many went. And it looks like it's 5 or 6 different buyers. These are people who are buying Library of Alexandria for their personal collections. It's not a consolidation of power in this particular card, which I actually like to see. That means 5 different people bought the card, which means it's going to 5 different places and no single whale gobbled these all up. Good sign for us. Now we know that right now what's happening out there in the market is a lot of the high-end cards, the buy list cards are being taken down by some of the big stores. That means nothing to me. Nothing. It's the slowdown in sales as an overall. Not seeing high-end cards sell, I understand. Not seeing lower-end cards not sell for the reserve list makes me a little bit worried when I see 0 sales on any particular card. And there was a couple this week of the ones I was checking. Now, for this next section of the video, what I want to show you are cards that are selling very well. I'm not going to put prices up for these. These are just cards that were selling more than 12 to 13 copies in a single week on any singular platform, or in combination could be as high as 30 to 40 sales when I cross-reference with some stores, okay? So we're going to check out here Savannah. Again, this card is the revised copy of it. It sold multiple copies all over on eBay, locally, meaning a few of the stores here in town, as well as some of the stores I checked over in Vancouver and in St. John's, Newfoundland, as well as a couple places in the States. Australia only had 1 sale, so I'm still including it, guys, but that's how it's going, okay? A lot of sales for this card. The total sale factor I got was 40, and I can't track some places, but 40 sales in this small period of time, which is the 10 to 14 day period, is a lot. It's something to think about. Now, next card up is going to be Gaia's Cradle. I almost said that wrong. I almost like had to burp there for a second. I apologize. So Gaia's Cradle again, it dipped a little in price. It's gone up again. It's still hovering around that $1,000 mark, but the sales are kind of crazy. It's moving a lot. And when I checked the eBay listings to track it, I could see there was a multiple set of buyers buying, but one buyer in particular, and whoever you are, I know who you are, you bought multiple copies, which means you bought more than a play set, which means I know you're keeping those bad boys. Now, the funny thing was the person buying all these did not just buy English. They bought Japanese. They bought different versions of the card. They just wanted it, including some of the gold border ones. So kudos to you, but I know who you are. All right, next card up is going to be Grim Monolith. Again, multiple sales across multiple formats, guys. This is a fast-moving card. The prices haven't changed that much, but there's a lot of people with interest in this card, probably for the infinite mana combos. It's kind of crazy to see, but that's where this card's going. So, hey, Grim Monolith, way to go. And by the way, when I track this card, guys, I'll be honest, it was a little harder to see, but it looks like 2 people buying multiple copies and 7 or 8 different people buying single copies, not play sets, which means they just wanted one. Some people just want one. Now, when we are getting across here to Wheel of Fortune, insane sales, especially on eBay, multiple copies, including the Judge promos, lots of stuff moving here, okay? Mainly in the revised copy section, but some slabbed copies move too. It's a pretty insane thing to see, but that's where we're headed with cards like this. It can still be played, so people are playing with it. They want it for commander decks. Even though the price went down a bit, it's being bought, and I didn't bother tracking. I tried tracking the first 4 or 5 people, and I saw there's just a multitude of people, so I didn't bother. Local sales are 0 because they didn't have any locally. The States had a few sales, and I had multiple sales in the UK. Australia had 0. Sorry, guys, that's the way it goes. Better luck next time. And the last one I want to show you guys and gals today is going to be Yawgmoth's Will. It's right behind Wheel of Fortune. Multiple play cards being sold in playset form. A few people on eBay bought play sets. So they bought single versions for multiple people to get a playset. And one person I know from the States who told me bought 7. So you bought 7 all at once. That's not a playset. That's consolidation. Somebody building a position in this particular card. So that's why I put these cards at the end. It didn't bother pricing. I just wanted to let the viewers out there know how much these cards are selling. I thought you guys might find it interesting. And if you enjoyed the format today of how I did things, please let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to know if you like the new setup or not. Looking forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Have a great one today. This is MTG Moxman. You guys rock. Bye-bye, Yawgmoth. Bye-bye. Have a great one, guys. Hey, you guys may be questioning why you're here, but I know why you're here, because this is the Patron Support page. For all the wonderful patrons who continue to support me and put up with me from day to day, thank you so much, patrons. You make life worth living. Have a great one. You shall not pass. Unless you made it to the end of the video. Think about it. Lord of the Rings, D&D, all these crazy sets. They're bringing this, man. Universes beyond. It'll be coming before we know it. I love the Balrog.